David Menzies for Rebel News here in West End, Toronto. Well, now that the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland has wrapped for another year, is there anything else to be said? Well, actually, yes. We have learned that there was a surprise guest over in Davos for the WEF summit, and that would be none other than Toronto's top public health official, Eileen de Villa. Indeed, Miss de Villa took part in a special panel called Unlocking Leadership in Health Equity. Unlocking leadership in health equity? What does that even mean? In any event, Toronto Public Health spokesman Clemente Angliolio confirmed that Dr. de Villa wasn't indeed there in Davos, and that, get this folks, she even paid for the trip and all her expenses out of her own pocket. Wow, stop the presses on that one. So obviously, Dr. de Villa really wanted to be there, but the question arises, why? Now, we do know some of the other names that were on that panel with Dr. de Villa. That would be the Merck CEO, Belén Gargio, Roche Pharmaceuticals' Eva McClellan, the World Health Organization Chair, Dr. Kirsten Vesna Petrick, Roche US Diagnostics' Kay Vitung, and Boston Consulting Group Managing Director Judith Wallenstein. And get this, a news release had this to state, folks, quote, "We aim to spotlight the value of the work that women deliver as caregivers, healthcare practitioners, community activists, and leaders in diverse settings, and the risks associated with not making it sustainable for women in these roles," end quote. Well, I guess the first question is this, these days, what's a woman? I thought the proper terminology was chest feeder or something like that, but I digress. But you know something, folks? It's very interesting that a woman in the medical field would be considered a caregiver, especially in the case of Dr. Eileen de Villa. Now, the reason why we are here is that if you look across the street, that edifice used to house Adamson's Barbecue. The owner, Adam Skelly, as you know, he had the temerity to open up during the height of the pandemic back in November 2020. And in Dr. de Villa's eyes, that was a super spreader event. And she actually sent in all the king's horses and all the king's men to close down Adamson Barbecue, as in permanently. Check it out. There must be a better use of your resources than, trying to shut down a little restaurant here.
I can answer that. You're gonna have to ask my sergeant and above as to why we're here. So in terms of reallocating our resources. So
I put out a call for help today, and the people have arrived. So we're gonna open today, and we're gonna see what the people of Toronto say, whether they want to be able to eat in a restaurant or not.
What are you fucking pushing? Come on. Let me get some breath first. All right, Pedro, let's get some meat in. Let's start feeding these people.
What is this, guys?
Shame on you! Stop it. Get it on video. Shame on
You're stopping them from feeding your pigs!
Adam, we got your back.
Who's gonna feed this guy's children? Who's gonna feed his pigs? Shame on you, brother! Who's gonna feed his pigs?
We need this car. Get back! Get back! He's got my wrist, bro. Get back! I'm just adjusting these guys. Shame on you, brother! Shame on you, brother!
He's a hero. This is a hero. Why are you arresting him? Why are you arresting him?
Adam.
You fucking Gestapo bastards. You should be ashamed of yourself. Go back to Nazi Germany.
Wow, now if that is the activity of a female health professional acting in a compassionate way, I'd sure hate to see her acting in a vindictive way. Now, as I said, folks, Adam Skelly, as a result of the harassment from City Hall, all 3 of his barbecue restaurants have been closed down, and that's a shame. And what really gets me, as we reported back then, less than 500 meters down the road, there is a Costco. And not once during the pandemic did Costco shut down, and not once for even one day did its food service outlet shut down. So if you're Costco, a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, you're allowed to serve burgers and fries. But if you're running a little mom-pa restaurant like Adamson's Barbecue, no, the state will violently shut you down. Once again, another grotesque example of one law for thee, one law for me. And as for Dr. de Villa, I'm not buying it that she was there to talk about compassion and health equity. I think this was a tryout. I think this is her making waves, that she's outgrown her position as the Toronto Public Health head honcho. She wants a seat at the World Health Organization, maybe even the United Nations. Well, if that is the case, all I have to say is good riddance. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I bet you didn't know that Toronto's top health honcho, Dr. Eileen de Villa, was over at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Shouldn't she be concerned with the health of her municipality? You know, maybe checking that restaurants aren't bug infested, but of course with the World Economic Forum, that might be a benefit. They want to put bugs on the menu. The thing is, hardly any mainstream media has reported this. Would you consider helping us out in terms of doing our journalism? Please go to rebelinvestigates.com. That's rebelinvestigates.com. We don't take any government funding whatsoever. We depend on you. My thanks in advance.